that's what made me feel like in the real life, driven on something.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the divisional round playoffs on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Chicago Bears and the New Orleans Saints. With that, let's get over to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome with the call from New Orleans. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Chicago Bears and the New Orleans Saints. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
Depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest. You'll take the week off. Get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by their 6-foot quarterback. You may have heard of him. From Purdue, it's Drew Brees.
Total relentlessness of consistency, almost like a machine. If you watch him in practice, after every throw, he resets his feet, visualizes all the other options on a play. So if he has to do it in a game, it's already there, has the muscle memory. I started calling him AI for artificial intelligence. Whatever a defense does during a game, he absorbs it and then uses it against them as the game moves on.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down. Let's get a quick look at the Saints offense.
Despite a rookie season cut short with a torn Achilles, Deontay Foreman showed flashes of being a big-time running back in the NFL. In college, he looked like a runaway freight train, a big guy that not many people wanted to get in front of. That didn't change in the NFL. Once he got a little bit of room and started to rumble, people had to make business decisions in the second.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover two, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Trubisky. He leaves this one for Howard. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
This is Cole. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on, gotta go, gotta go. Lock in, lock in.
They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. Shaheen, the tight end, on the right side. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter if they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's no chaos back there. And receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
But this one is incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Now Trubisky. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to kick points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
Hey, left, 28 left. Ready. You ready? Attack.
On 1st and 10, here's Brees. And Josh Hill has it. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Lock in, lock in. Everyone's got 4.
Play action. Now Trubisky. He'll buy some time right. His throw incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the shotgun is Trubisky. On the left side, a catch by White. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Lock in, lock in.
Here we go on 4th down with Trubisky. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready. Yellow lady, yellow lady.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage and taken down. And a penalty flag is going to come out on. So on the big tight end.
First down. Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Leonard Floyd in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. From midfield, here's Breeze. And the pressure gets to him again. Leonard Floyd in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Ready. Yellow lady.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain of 32 that time. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. They'll roll him out right, and he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing here, Trubisky. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on fourth. They're going to try a second time. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
21.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Neutral zone infraction, defense. Still 4th down.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Here now a look at Drew Brees in our players spotlight. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward.
Ready? You waiting?
Brees now on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively. The starting 11 defensively for the Bears.
Second-round pick in 2015, Eddie Goldman holds down the middle of this defensive line with some toughness, some leverage, and some personality. Understands he's going to be double and sometimes triple teamed on every snap. Does it with a smile, takes on those blockers, and opens up space for his other pass rushers.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Brees. And the pressure gets to Brees as he's taken down. Leonard Floyd in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Here we go.
3rd and long now after the sack of Brees, and the Saints up against it here.
Ready? Yellow waiting.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Brees, and that is in.
But, partner, anytime someone tells... me the fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Bears will take over at their own 20. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 1 quarter gone in this NFC divisional round matchup. 3-0 is our score. We'll head back to New Orleans after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Gun!
Now it's the backup Rudolph. And that'll be incomplete. The Bears on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Rudolph. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Everyone come forward. Four down. Switch!
They'll run it here with Bernard. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Now Rudolph. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, Rudolph. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time, though. Far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, ready?
The Reeves on the draw, gives to Kamara. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they get him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get it pushing, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Just 3 catches in the wild card victory for him a week ago, and now he's got his first here, and it's good for a 1st down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
It's grabbed over the middle by White. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, gotta go, gotta go. Red, up.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, gotta go, gotta go. Gotta go, gotta go. Hey, gotta go, gotta go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Had a nice move, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Play action. It's Trubisky sliding out of the pocket. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 23 yards on the play.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move.
A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bears will extend their lead. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. Santos with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. Interesting stat line right now. And technically, he's completed 4 passes, 2 to his team and then 2 to the wrong team.
It makes you wonder what he's seeing downfield because he has completed 2 passes to his own team, but the interceptions are troubling. Is he going through the wrong reads, the wrong progressions? Is he getting fooled by defenses? They've got to figure that out over on the sidelines, working on that Surface Pro to see what they see.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Brees to throw on 2nd down. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you come.
And he'll be grabbed from behind and slung down like a rag doll. Leonard Floyd in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Taken in at the 22. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Hands up! Hey! 180! Hey, 18! 56, right there, 56.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd, being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm, incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. On 3rd down, Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the 2nd quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action.
Everyone's got 4 down. Ready. Move 90.
Back near his goal line. Here's Brees. And he finds Tyler Croft. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Brees on 3rd down. And he locates Josh Hill, complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A big 30-yard plus Brees. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Brees will try again on 2nd down. On target over the middle to Hill. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. To throw is Brees. The open man is Smith. And he's got this down to the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky dancing to his left. And this is incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, this is the second of 4 games this weekend as we narrow the field down to the 4 teams who will meet in the league championship game next Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round game in the NFC. And it looks like we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific second half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC title game, let's send it back out to Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
In on the tackle, Alex Okafor. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Hurry. Lock in.
Trubisky with the give to Howard. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Let's go. Lock in. Hey, gotta go.
They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. And he rifles one incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gott alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout.
Hurry.
And now we're set to get going.
Lock in.
second down, Trubisky. And he whips that one incomplete there. The Bears on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is third down and 12. Again, it's Trubisky. On the left side, a catch by White. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Lock in.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And that will force a turnover on downs. Field comes New Orleans. They were able to get the stop defensively, and now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
Yellow waiting.
Again, it's Kamara. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack instead and holding them to no gain.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Get on the point right here. Ready. Move 90. Watch 8-9. He's yours.
And the blitz does come. And Gen's got it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Ready. Ready.
On first down, Breeze. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Khalil Mack in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
On second down, Kamara. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Now Breeze. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, the big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And Lutz's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
Not
way.
the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Blue, blue. Lock in, lock in. Hey.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out.
False start, offense.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Trubisky will throw. And that's incomplete.
But sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
The Bears on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Now Trubisky to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there to get him for a loss of 9. And that'll lead to 4th down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, we're into the 2nd half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
ready?
On second down, here's Breeze. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Breeze now to throw. Caught on the left side by Ginn. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
Ready. We're waiting.
Breeze leads this one with Kamara. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Oftentimes when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical. Spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme. Then you don't have to win it physically. You just have to win it by position. That may open things up for your running backs.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Well, that was excellent coverage right there, and he definitely did the right thing, showing that discretion is definitely the better part of valor. Threw it away, preserved the opportunity to kick for a field goal.
And excellent coverage. And right now the human is controlling the defense, so good job, human. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. And look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
No, they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat. But they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3s all the way up through the post.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. So now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Gotta go. Hey, 18. Lock in.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding offense.
So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. It's his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I think by now it's been demonstrated quite well in the NFL that mobility is an attribute. But when you couple it with accuracy, you've really got something going. Able to get outside the pocket and complete the pass.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Gotta go.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
3 down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out.
False start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. They go play action. Trubisky, they'll roll him out right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Darian Stewart. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Coaches always tell their players someone's got to make a big play, but what they mean is a game-altering play, a game-changing play, a turnover force, and we just got that. I mean, how about that play, Brandon?
Yeah, a pick six, fourth quarter, that is a game changer.
Someone read their keys, and someone had the courage to go after the ball right then and there.
And it gives them the lead. A big spot now for the Saints as they'll indeed go for two.
We go 21. Ready. Yellow lady.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick six, and then the two-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. Right now, Charles, this is the drive of the season. You're on the road here in the playoffs. It's put up or shut up. They need points.
This is where you have to come together as a team, as you just noted.
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. That's Okafor. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Now Trubisky to throw on second. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Lock in.
On first down, Trubisky. Ebron with it over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Second and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards on the play. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10.
Lock in.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Sheldon Rankins in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
Lock in.
Now Trubisky. Flushed out right. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, a 22.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Lock in, lock in.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Giovanni Bernard taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. He has been an integral part of the offense all season, and now in the playoffs he's carrying it over. Had the touchdown last week in the wild card game. Now his 2nd TD of the playoffs.
Showing some consistency, and that's something that we have to keep in mind about the playoffs, because we often think you have to be spectacular in order to win. I think consistent is what you're looking for. That can get you to the finish line.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Ready? You waiting? Play shot.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Throw left side taken in by Meredith. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Ready? We're waiting.
Again, this is Kamara. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guy blocking for him?
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Leonard Floyd in there yet again. My goodness, making 5 sacks for him now in this one game alone. Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Onto the field now come the Bears. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. And now they'll have a chance out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the
down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a gain of 4 there that gives him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Gotta go, gotta go.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Gotta go, gotta go.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
Here's Bernard. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a second down, but they are in field goal range. This is Howard on second down. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back.
Holding offense.
And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
Trubisky to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Breeze going to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hill. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Here's Breeze to throw. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Ready?
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Hey, ready? Yellow lady. What's that? What's that?
Running with Kamara. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
Ready? You ready? What's that? What's that?
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This would put them in the NFC title game. And he got it. The kick is gone. He splits the uprights. And in doing so, he sends them to the NFC title game. Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side. And now They face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, one game short of a conference championship. They'll have the whole offseason to think about it. Let's see if they use it as motivation.
That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.